Hey guys, and welcome to Ozzie Reviews. Today I'm checking out the ANKER SOLIX C1000 portable power station. Now guys, I've done a few reviews on portable power stations because I think they're extremely applicable to those of us that love the outdoors. Whether you're out fishing, camping, hunting, on the road, whatever it is, I see a lot of benefits in these because obviously you can, run fridges, recharge, equipment in the event of a blackout, or if you're out camping, you can run, fridges and other items, phones, without any ongoing fuel costs or noise. That's the big thing. These are almost completely silent. So let me show you first of all what it comes with. The AC charging cable, solar panel cable, DC charging cable, and the user guide and warranty. So on the front of the power station at the top here, you've got an ambient light and the button to turn it on there. It does actually have 3 different brightness levels, and you can actually engage it to do SOS, which I'll show you later in this review. We've got the main power button. We've got your Wi-Fi Bluetooth button. We've got the LCD screen here. Now the LCD screen obviously shows you various inputs and outputs and the load. Also has a temperature warning light, if you go above the operating temperatures. And it has an overload warning, and obviously shows you your battery level and the runtime remaining. At the bottom of the screen, you've got one USB-C port that's 100 watts. That's up to 20 volts and 5 amps. Then you've got one 30-watt USB-C port up to 12 volts and 2.5 amps. And then you've got 2 USB-A ports, which are 5 volts, 2.4 amps, or 12 watts per port. We've got the car socket port, which is 12 volts, 10 amps, and up to 120 watts, and the on and off button for that. Down below, we've got the on and off button for the normal AC 240 volt sockets, which has a maximum of 9 amps and 1800 watts across all 4. On the side, we've got the solar input, which takes up to 600 watts of solar, which can recharge the internal battery in as little as 1.8 hours. The next one is the overload protection switch, and then finally we've got the AC charging port on the side, which will take up to 1000 watts or even 1300 watts on a fast charge, which you can charge the battery completely from empty to full in under 1 hour. Then on the other side we've got the battery expansion port. So what this allows is, if you want, you can expand with another 1056 watt Solix BP1000 battery. So the dimensions on it are the length 37.6 centimeters or 14.8 inches, the width 20.5 centimeters or 8 inches, and the height 26.7 centimeters or 10.5 inches. It operates between -20 to +40 degrees Celsius or -4 Fahrenheit to 104 Fahrenheit. The total weight is 12.9 kilos or 28.44 pounds. It's powered by lithium LFP batteries with 3000 cycles. Now after that 3000 cycles, your battery can drop down to 80% of its original capacity. It also comes with surge pad feature, which is auto on. So when the total output exceeds the rated output, it allows the Anker to deliver rated power to a high watt device like a hairdryer. So we'll certainly try that in this review. And this is the PS200 solar panel. So it's a 200 watt solar panel from Anker. Now it's 9.23 kilos or 20.34 pounds. The dimensions on it whilst folded is 57 centimeters by 60.2 centimeters by 6 centimeters, or that's 22.44 inches by 23.7 inches by 2.36 inches. It's IP67 dust and waterproof. It comes with the solar attachment cables and the user guide. And when unfolded, the dimensions on it are 60.2 centimeters by 2.13 meters by 2 centimeters, or 23.7 inches by 83.85 inches by 0.78 of an inch. At the back of the solar panels, we've got 3 legs, which can be set to 4 adjustment angles, being 30, 40, 50, and 80 degrees. So the pack, as you see it here, guys, at the time of doing this review, is down from $2,398 to $1,499 here in Australia up until the end of financial year. So that's only a few days away. If you're interested in it, just have a look at ankersolix.com and you can navigate your way to the Australian part from there. 5-year warranty on it, made in China. So let's get into the review and see how it performs. So to turn it on, you just hold the on button down for 3 seconds and it'll power up. As you can see, we've got 100% battery. Easiest way to control the Anker is with the app. You can see there we're at 100% battery, 19 degrees Celsius is the ambient temperature. You know, once we put load on it, all the details will come up and you can change various settings there just at the push of a button. Okay, so to start with, I've got my Angle fridge plugged in. It's cooling, so obviously it's going to draw at the maximum that it normally draws at until it cools down. We've got a torch recharging on the USB-C, and I've got my phone recharging on the USB-A. So in total, we're only drawing 40 watts of power, and we've got roughly about 16 hours of runtime. Now keep in mind, once the Angle fridge gets to its desired temperature, its actual maintaining draw is very, very low. But even at this, you know, look how much runtime we've got. So this obviously isn't taking into consideration using a solar panel, you know, to top up the battery each day. So in the event of a blackout, the first thing that you'd want to run in your household is your fridge freezer. So I've got a 529 litre upright fridge freezer here. Let's see how the Anker goes with running that. And as you can see there, we're using roughly about 70 watts of power with 11 hours of runtime. So now this is going to be the real test, guys, an 1800 watt hairdryer. I reckon this is going to chew into the battery a fair bit on the Anker, but let's just see how this little device goes with running a hairdryer. So as you can see, we've got 1587 watts and we got about 0.6 of an hour of runtime. But it is doing it, look at that. So there you go, guys. If your missus needs to blow dry her hair out on the track, well, this is a good excuse to get one of these. Now we've actually got a pretty overcast day today, guys, as you can see. But still we're drawing 63 watts from the solar panels without any direct sunlight. So there's still charge going in. Now, that was more than what that Angle fridge and the recharging of the torch and my phone used. So technically, it wouldn't matter even if it was an overcast day, you could still get enough charge to run all that at your campsite. And now we've got the sun on the panels. Still, this is the middle of winter here in Australia. And we've got 126 watts going in and still with some cloud coming over. So the solar panels definitely work. Doesn't matter whether it's full sun, partial, or even overcast. So guys, you might not be able to quite see me, but this is the actual Anker with its internal light here on the lowest setting. So there's 3 different settings. So we'll just go up to the next one. Okay, so a little bit brighter there. So now you can see, you know, like I'm just sitting back here on the lounge. It's enough light, you know, to be able to eat or do whatever. I mean, the low setting is enough for that, but that just gives you a little bit more than what the low setting is here on the medium. And press it again, and that's the full brightness there. So, you know, you could read something under this light if you wanted to, if you were using it around the campsite. But in general, just great for being able to sit down, be able to see what you're eating. And, you know, we've got ridiculous runtime with this light on. We've still got 99.9 hours on the battery here. That's at 100%, so that's pretty good. Another really cool feature about this light though, is if you hold it down for a couple of seconds, it'll turn into an SOS mode. You can actually run that on your app as well, but if you just hold down the button, and there we go, it's doing SOS. How cool's that? Okay guys, I'm going to wrap up my final thoughts on the ANKER SOLIX portable power station. I really love them because I've used them before going out camping. You've got no noise, you don't have to run into town to get more fuel or ice for the esky, none of that. You can just simply fold out the solar panels, set it up. You've got more than enough run time to carry you through the nights. And with the solar panels, you can just top that up nicely through the day on top of running your devices like a fridge, freezer, you know, mobile phone charging, torches, etc., etc. So that's why I really love them, and I'm happy to see that the price is actually starting to come down on them where they're a lot more affordable. Now you go out and you have a look at the price of a generator, you know, that's obviously going to use fuel. Now compare that to like this at the moment, you know, where you've got it on sale at $1,499 with the solar panels. So, you know, I weigh it up. For me, I go out camping because I want the peace and quiet. I don't want the noise of a generator running. So, you know, for me, it suits my needs perfectly. So if it suits your needs, jump onto the web, do a search. ANKER SOLIX will come up, and if you're located in Australia, you'll be guided to that website from there. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed watching the review. So till next time, we'll catch you then.